Hey everyone, welcome back to MLWorks. In this video, we'll start off with a new series on machine learning operations with Apache Airflow. So Apache Airflow is an orchestrator tool which is typically used for building end-to-end machine learning pipeline. So as part of this series, first we'll be starting off with the basics of Airflow and then we'll move towards the advanced section where we build the end-to-end pipeline for machine learning. Now coming to the setup, we'll be using Ubuntu Linux and we'll need Python 3.10 and above, and we'll also have access to GPU such that we can run some machine learning models on GPU as well. Now coming to the tutorial overview, let's understand the topics that we'll be covering as part of the series. So we have in basic section, we'll be discussing about some Python operator, bash operator, what is DAG, and some basic APIs for data ingestion. And then we'll be moving towards intermediate section where we'll be discussing about model training, MLflow tracking, and hyperparameter tuning. And then we'll slowly move towards advanced section where we build the model monitoring and we'll be building an end-to-end pipeline. And once that is done, then we have GPU based training, and finally we'll have a master pipeline where we'll be understanding what is DAG of DAGs and complete the full orchestration of machine learning workflow. So what I would recommend is you should follow the series as they are uploaded and make sure that you don't jump to some specific video. You might be missing some concepts which were discussed in the earlier videos. Now coming to the quick start, so either you can do an automated setup where you can use this setup.sh which contains all the commands for building the runtime environment. For instance, you will be creating the virtual environment and then installing all the packages inside it, and then we'll be setting up the Airflow inside that environment. Now coming to the manual setup, we'll do the same set of steps but we'll be running each command individually. So I'll be doing manual setup so you can just follow along. So the first step would be to create the virtual environment. So what I'll do is I'll go to the terminal here, close this down, so clear this up. So the first step would be to create a virtual environment. I have already created it. I'll just show the command for creating from scratch. Okay, you just have to pass the virtual environment name here. For our case, what we have done is we have created MLOps -Airflow, and this will create the virtual environment. So let me switch to the environment now. So I'll be switching source MLOps bin activate, and we switch to the environment. Now comes the installation of package. So here you have to do pip install -r, and you can take the requirements.txt. So if I just open this file here, you will see that we have all the necessary packages and their corresponding version. You have to install all these packages. So for this you can use this command. Otherwise you can individually install the packages as shown here. So you can copy paste these packages and install it on your terminal. So once this is done, then we have to set the Airflow environment, so for which we have to copy paste all these commands. So once you have switched to the virtual environment, then you have to copy paste these commands, and this will set the Airflow in your local machine. So here we'll be creating some database which will manage the Airflow metadata, and then we'll be migrating that database, and we'll also create an user login for that platform. So if you notice here in the last step, we create a user whose name is admin, password is admin, and the corresponding first and last name, and what is the email ID. So once you have done this, then you have to start the Airflow web server, which is the platform, and then you have Airflow scheduler, which is the core orchestrator which is used for running the DAGs. Now let me just go to the terminal here. So we can see that admin already exists in the DB. So we can now start the web server here. So I'll do Airflow web server, running it on port 8080. Now let me move on to another terminal where I will be running my Airflow scheduler. So let me just copy this command, paste it here, and then I'll be taking up this command here, all these commands, and set it inside this environment. And then I'll be starting my Airflow scheduler, and this will be your core orchestrator that will run the DAGs. So Airflow scheduler is also up and running now. And here we have our web server, which is running as a G-Unicorn web server. Now if you notice, there is terminal 3, which is used for tutorial 4, 5 and 8. That's where we'll be tracking the experiment, and it is an MLflow server running on port 5000. Now since we have executed our web server, which is running on port 8080, let me go to the browser here and type in localhost 8080, and we can see our Airflow login page here. And here I'll be typing in admin, and then you can sign in into the platform. So you can see it is taking all the DAGs that are present inside the DAGs folder. So if you just see here, right, this is the DAGs folder and it contains all the experiments. Now let me just go down, and we can see that, yeah, so we have done this fifth step, opening the Airflow UI on localhost 8080, and we passed in admin. Now coming to the key part of this tutorial, which is to understand the basics of Airflow, where we talk about DAG, Python operator, bash operator and XCOM. So I'll go to this tutorial, which is under DAGs, under basics, tutorial 1, and this is Hello Airflow. Now let me move this down here and let me move this up here. So as part of this tutorial, we'll understand what is DAG, what is Python operator, which is basically used for running the Python function. Then you have bash operator, which is used for running the shell commands. And there is task dependency, which is managed with the help of these operators. And then comes your XCOM, which is used for data passing between multiple tasks. And then we have the command for running the DAG here. So we'll be using this specific command to run our first tutorial. Now coming to the core part of the script, so here first we import all the necessary modules, which is pretty simple to understand. And then comes our dictionary, which is the default argument that will be set for all the tasks. For example, we have 3 tasks and it will be taking all these different arguments as part of those tasks. So the owner of the task will be called as MLOps learner, and then we'll set depends on past as false, and then we'll also mention all these details where we want to whether to send email or not, whether we want to retry the DAG or not, and what is the delay time for the retrying, and we are setting that as 2 minutes here. Now this is the default argument which will be applied to every task. Now let us define the task. So our first task is greet world, which will basically say that hello from task 1, and here we are taking in the parameter context, and it will be taking the execution date here, and we are printing some statements as part of this task function. So this is greet world. Then comes our describe DAG. So here if you notice, we have task 2 pull XCOM value from the upstream task. So this is our first task, and it has to pull this value into this specific task. So for this is where we'll be using xcom.pull and pass the task ID, which is greet world, which is same as the function name. Okay, so we'll be pulling the output from this specific function into this specific task, and then we print certain statements here describing what is DAG, and then we say that DAG explained as our return statement. And this is our third task function, where we'll be capturing the details about the system information, and that will be printed as part of this function call. Now comes our key part, which is the DAG itself. So here we describe what is this DAG is all about. So this DAG ID is tutorial 01 hello Airflow. This is the description, and this is where we take in the default argument, which will be applied to all the tasks inside this specific DAG. And then we set the schedule interval as daily, so we want this DAG to be executed every day. and then comes our start date. So this is the day we want to start, and we set the catch up as false. So what it means is, so consider if we are setting the catch up as true and we did not execute this DAG for the last 2 days before the starting date, then it will execute for 2 days and then it will start for today's date or the start date. And then comes our tags. These are the tags for this specific DAG. Now let us discuss about the Python operator, where we mention the Python function it has to execute, and this is the task ID that we set. So this is the Python callable, which is the greet world. Greet world is the function name that we have kept for this specific task function. And then comes our Python operator for running the describe DAG, and this is the function, and this is the task ID. And then comes our bash operator, which is used for running the shell command. So this is the command that we want to run, and this is the task ID for the specific task. And finally, we have another Python operator which is used for calling this specific function log system info, and this is the task ID. And finally, we have this dependency chain where we try to create a pipeline. So it will be first running task greet, and then it will be running the task describe, followed by task bash, and finally we'll have our task sysinfo. So this is how you ensure that this is the direction in which the flow will work. So we have this dependency here. So this task describe will run based on this one, and this is like the task dependency for this one, and for this is the task dependency. So once this is executed, then only we can run this specific task. So this is with respect to our first tutorial. Now let me just go and run the specific script. So I'll go here, create another terminal, and switch to the Airflow environment. So MLOps Airflow, then activate, clear this up, and I'll be taking this command here which I have shown earlier. So this is the command I'll take. So before I run this, let me just go to this one. So if you notice here right now, let me refresh this. So we don't have any runs happened here, success, running, or queued up. So what I'll do is I'll go to this specific terminal and paste this command here and run this. So it has executed, and let me refresh this. So we can see there is one run queued, and we can, let me just turn on this. So we are slowly moving towards from queued to success, and then it's running, and let's wait for the result here. So if I just click this, now you will notice that what is the time taken for each task. So here we took around 25 seconds. Total success is 2, and then we have all these different details with respect to that specific DAG. And here we have the graph for that specific DAG. So we have by greet world followed by describe DAG, and then we have our show date bash and log system information. And if I go to the logs, we can see some logs as well here. So we have taken the system information, if you notice, right? So you can see that this is Linux, this is Python 3.10.12, this is the current working directory, and this is the DAG run. And here we have log group ins. So let me click this as well. So here we can see started process and task run and running Airflow task. It captures all the necessary details while running this tag. Let's see the task duration, and it took around 3.88 seconds for queued duration. Run duration is 0.63 seconds. In total, it took 4.51 seconds. So here if we go and code audit log, so we can see all this log information coming up here. Now certain details that you have to understand here is, you can go to browse, you can see DAG runs. So this is the DAG run that happened, and today there is one scheduled operation that needs to be done, and there is one manual which we have done now. And if you notice here again, you can also go to this specific section, this one, list users. You can see that this is the user that we created, and you can modify this also, or create new record, or provide access to other users also. And then comes our task instances. So this is the task instance that we have, and let me go to the log system information here. So what I wanted to show is once you execute your DAG, it will be in one of other state. One, either it will be on the queued section, or it will be in the success state, or it will be running state, or it will be on the failed state. And you can see the last run time, and you can also see the success state. If I want to run it again, I'll be just clicking this. It will be used for triggering the DAG from the UI. So let me run this again. So you will see that it is queued, and it will be slowly moving towards success, or it will be in the running status. Okay, so if it is in running status now, and then it will be moving towards success status. So it finally went to the success status. So this is the latest run, I guess, this one, and it was also done manually, and external trigger was true. It took 13 seconds in total. Now if I want to clean, I'll just take this out. Not here, I'll go to DAG runs and take this out, actions, delete, and you will be deleting all the runs. So here we have cluster activity, which is showing that which DAG was running and what are the historical metrics, right, with respect to your Airflow platform. It will be shown here. And then comes our data set. Right now we don't have anything. Then comes our securities. This is where we have user statistics and all the other information related to the user and whatever the actions he has performed and who has what permission. And this is with respect to the DAG and how to trigger, what are the different tasks that we have inside the DAG, all can be seen here. And this is the admin information. Here we have certain variables, configuration information. Okay, we have some plugins here. Okay, it is totally empty for now. Let me close this. So let me go to the IDE here. So now what we have done is we have basically seen what is DAG, what is Python operator, which is typically used for running the Python function. We have seen what is bash operator, which is used for running the shell commands, and then we have XCOM, which is typically used for passing the data from one task to another. So when I say that, it means basically this specific section, XCOM_pull. So with this, I'll be concluding this video. In the next video, we'll be discussing about data ingestion with Airflow. So till then, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next.